Okay, folks, we want to say a pleasant warm welcome, and we are here today to talk about issues that matters in Liberia, and we are live from Classic FM main studio in Kakata City. As we informed you earlier, yesterday up to today, that several youth of the Unity Party, those who supported the presidency of President Joseph Yoman Boakai on the Unity Party ticket, will be appearing to talk more about their dissatisfaction and issues that they are about to raise. Good is that I'm only being able to host 3 leaders of the group. There are many, but 3 who are up to the task to discuss the issue I hear this pleasant time. Gentlemen, we want to say good day and welcome.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Great. It's an opportunity to be here, and we give God the glory to be here today.
Okay. First of all, would you introduce yourself? We start from you.
Yes. Again, let me say a very big thank you to you and the MyLiberianPeople platform.
Okay.
For granting us this opportunity to be here. My name is Samson Kekula Lincoln III.
Okay.
A Unity partisan.
All right.
And an individual that supported President Boakai for the 2022-2023 elections.
Okay.
That brought him to the presidency.
All
so
right.
like you said, we have come to express some disenchantment in the government and President Boakai as an individual.
Thank you. Let's get to you. Your name, sir?
Thank you. Let me say a very big thank you to our listeners and the MyLiberianPeople platform for the opportunity. So my name is Sion Vamuya, a downhearted supporter of the Mighty Unity Party. So basically, like my brother Samson said, we are here to sharpen some level of contradiction when it comes to the wrong proceeding of this government and President Boakai. So it's a good thing to be here this afternoon.
Thank you. Let's get to you.
All right, thank you. My name is Abraham Winnie.
All right.
And one of the most people who take upon their time during the general presidential election 2023 to move from village to village, town to town, cities, engaging the media, telling the people why it was right to vote President Joseph Yoman Boakai for the presidency.
Okay.
So we took on, during the election, we took on the name Vladimir Putin, where we were able to engage with people, letting them know, like the brother said, we are here, the Liberian people, about what we thought of could be the right, but it's still have been to become the wrong this time. So thank you.
Okay, you've listened to the introductions. They are here today. There are lots of things we're going to talk about, but I think this colleague will lay the basis firstly before we come up with our questions that we have to ask. There are several other questions and I would like to ask, and I think many of you following can follow now, share the video so that we can get to it right here. So welcome back again.
Thank you, Akoli. So like we said in the intro, we are all supporters of the Unity Party and President Boakai.
Okay.
But the governance system of the Unity Party has shifted to the negative.
All right.
That is, during the 2023 elections, the Unity Party and President Boakai told us that they were the best and President Weah was the worst because Kush was taking over Liberians, and as such they wanted to come and change the dynamics so that they can get rid of Kush and other bad systems that were run by the CDC government. But unfortunately, the Unity Party has been the one involved into those negativities that they accused President Weah of, and we believe that we that supported the Unity Party as young people, it is wrong to have proceeded the way the Unity Party and Boakai is proceeding.
Let me ask this general question. Are you guys living the reality of rescue Liberia today?
No.
Why do you think so?
Not possible.
Because if you look at the arrest agenda of the Unity Party, portion of it talks about the rule of law.
All right.
And if you look at the Unity Party proceedings, under this government, we have had series of political prisoners. It is not supporting the rule of law.
Okay.
You saw one time Honorable Kakata went to prison.
All right.
You saw Councillor Fonati Kofa and 4 other representatives went to prison. We are all seeing that people who were appointed to turning positions were being dismissed from their positions by this government. Something that they told us that the CDC was doing, and they were coming to change the dynamics. But unfortunately for the process, the dynamic has become more worse than ever before. So the reality of the Unity Party or the rescue mission has shifted to negativities. I think that's what's happening now with the Unity Party and President Bwaka.
Why should anybody believe you that the rescue agenda that you believe in and supported has so much deception as you're saying right now?
Because the reality are visible.
Okay.
The reality are visible. We can give you an example of Emma Glasgow. Emma Glasgow was at NAFA, and the president suspended her in no time. Why would you suspend somebody and you appoint somebody into the position? It is a wrong proceeding. See what is happening to Fonati Kofa now. Fonati Kofa is being witch hunted. It is a political fight that is being led against Fonati Kofa. Now see Hassan Dukle of LTA. These are things that the Unity Party is doing, and we serve as supervisors during the election to various polling places. People who are watching will know that's the reality, that we are supporters of the Unity Party. So from this proceeding, we can safely tell you that the Unity Party has wrongly proceeded.
So in addition to that, honestly, the party is in the wrong trajectory.
Why do you say so?
Because deception has taken over the country. And if you look at the government proceeding, there are a lot of errors. For the fact that this government to power accused the then government, the presidency of former President Weah. Now, using propaganda, this Unity Party government, quote unquote, over the years, Jafatas, the smooth operation, the leadership of President Weah in the negative direction in terms of using public funds wastefully, in terms of flying private jets, in terms of riding luxurious cars around here. The government just started, when it comes to propaganda, the then CDC when they were in power. But today you see, in Liberia, President Bwaka, of course, he is the champion of using private jet. President Bwaka is the front when it comes to using public funds wastefully. Practical example. The former president, George Weah, of course, set the stage for the UN Security Council seat. He facilitated that. Now, another error we see this government in is the government have failed to appreciate the very roadmaps that were laid out by the CDC. We agree that government is continuing to that, Akoli. But of course, if you come and see, of course, Zion did the thing and stop the highway, and you want to complete that, you should be able to applaud me first. But to look, President Bwaka and a court officer, those corrupt guys, have sat there and said the CDC did not do well in this country. Knowing for the well that if the CDC did not do well, I think in my mind they are lost from their own policy. The policy planned by the arrest agenda. They are lost totally.
You all told us during the 2023 elections that Ambassador Joseph Yuma Bwaka, who is the president today, has so much experience. What are you dissatisfied right now?
Yeah, so for the issues of Joseph Yuma Bwaka's experience coming to us, telling us about his 40 years in government, 49 years, till this with the level of experience, we are honestly dissatisfied. The experience of Joseph Yuma Bwaka for the past years was like something that was placed in a little bottle in his pocket, moving around with it. Like the brother was saying, how do you consider someone with such years of experience but till now have had the total of lobbying around during the presidency? I visited more than 20 to 25 countries. But yesterday, like Ben Brook, and I received a phone from any of these countries Joseph Bwaka have visited. when he was just elected as president. But he's still going to Ghana just to attend a wedding of a friend using the Liberian people funny. This is not honestly an experience that we expected from Joseph Boakai at this stage of the Liberian people. If Joseph Boakai, with the experience we expected of Joseph Boakai now, were to create job opportunity according like for Kakata, here, the road connectivity that is going on here, how many young people from this Kakata that is involved in this activity? Bulk of those people who are leading the thorough way of this road construction are foreign nationals. Why Liberian students in Kakata are students at a state-run university studying different professions that are able to do this simple road construction, but Joseph Boakai thought of bringing people from different areas to do the road construction. That is not an experience. Look at his son, Tantan being considered as a well-endowed, notorious judge dealers in this country, but yesterday Joseph Boakai.
Do you have proof to that?
Yes. It's a proof. It's proof. The young man capital in Pinsville is going down with their kind of about almost 1 million plus.
You mean the president's son?
Yes, Tantan Boakai, the president's son.
Okay.
The president's son. How can you become at the kind of about someone with a 40-year experience, but use almost $6 million United States dollars just to remove Speaker Fonati illegally?
Where's the resources?
So the Liberian people have come to realize, we the young people who supported Boakai have come to realize that the experience of Joseph Boakai was a fraud, an experience that we cannot trust, an experience that we cannot trust with our life, an experience that the Liberian people in no way fight or can trust.
You talk about wasteful spending. Is corruption still trending in this government?
Very hard.
More than before.
More than before.
More
It's
than before.
Honestly at the highest level. Let me tell you, actually, go to Grand Bassa County. The Senate President, Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence, have in her budget entertainment 24,000 United States dollars. But go to Grand Bassa, the Grand Bassa University. The Grand Bassa University does not have a effective generator. The university does not have a effective generator
Currently?
for students. Yes, effective generator. Effective generator is not provided. Light is still going places at the, let's say at the University of Liberia. Current is still going. Ring is still falling in classes, but the first ladies of Liberia have money for entertainment, have money for show doing and going around masquerading around. That alone cannot benefit the Liberian people.
Can you vote for this party? You guys are staunch unity partisans, and you left your basic schedules in 2023. You went everywhere telling us Liberians that this government will change for the better for the Liberian people. If today was election and you have to campaign again, will you still campaign for Unity Party?
If today is election,
Yeah.
I won't vote for President Boakai anymore.
Why?
Because the promise he made, 2023,
Yeah.
he has deviated. He has deviated.
What are some of the things he has deviated
President
from?
Boakai talks about job creation.
Okay.
Do we have job in this country?
Is there no job?
As I call it,
Do we have job?
No.
We have batch of young people graduating from Kakata University just a few days ago. Majority of them do not even know where to start from. Some are master's degree holder, bachelor's degree holder. Do they have job today? No.
So the reality about job creation is not experienced in Kakata.
No, especially under this regime.
In fact,
Now,
across Liberia.
if you look at the appointments, this president, 85% of his ministers are Lofians.
Nepotism.
Are you?
And he's from local.
Yes.
He's from local.
Okay.
Okay, can I give you the post of ministerial position here today?
People of wheelchairs coming from the Oregons around. Go look at the state-owned enterprise process that were given.
Recycle
Go
politics.
to it and check the thorough vetting process. People, the state-owned enterprise is currently running most of it where they got people sweeping the streets, going around. Check how many young people are benefiting from it. There's an age status for young people.
Okay.
The Unity Party government considers their own young people to be people from 50 years up. That is a contradiction. I can be the young man who took my time, ran campaign, in fact, people trusted Joseph Boakai and vote for Joseph Boakai. But if you're telling me now to apply that I should be accepted for the state-owned enterprise, then you're telling me that you cannot accept me because I do not have experience. Does it require experience to sweep the street?
Let's fairly compare life on former President Weah and that of Joseph Iman Boakai for these few years. How can we compare them?
Honestly, I can rest assured you that under the leadership of the God-sent leader,
And we don't want people to take us to be sedition.
we are not sedition. We are not sedition.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
But in my mind and physically, life improved. Young people's life was improved under the leadership of the CDC in this country. Young people had jobs, things are moving smoothly.
Magibi.
Except for the ungrateful one that would throw the effort of the CDC.
They were doing
Okay.
before.
They were doing before. That we did.
So you got lashed at the CDC.
We got mad at it because we felt
Well,
So we can simply say that Shinfe bring her here.
changes, honestly.
If I was misled.
And we apologize.
We're
We
misled.
apologize to the former president for our wrong decision against him at the time.
Okay.
Because we felt within ourselves, Joseph Braga have all the experience with 40 years of experience and other things. But we go look, we the experience we talk about, the Putin said, we can see anything.
Let's look at the market experiences. You visit your Oma, your brothers and sisters who sell around. What are they telling you?
They are disenchanted.
They are disenchanted and they talk about rescue, right? They talk about taking young people from the street. People who are selling cold water. But today, where are they? In fact, the government have become the worst of all in the history of Liberia. Because nothing new has been changed. We did a survey of 1,000 people across the country. Nothing new has changed. It is 50-50. So that just take that the city's government did some things.
Apparently the government is not trusted. You are here, you've been following. I currently maneuver because of school purpose.
Okay.
This government told us through the Ministry of Transport that from here there be a junction to Monrovia has dropped to 150. Within 3 days' time, if you get on car, you go to Central Monrovia, you're not paid the driver 200, you're gonna be latches and the driver gonna take you to police station. Of recent, we were told again about executive order. By the way, Joseph Braga, this government have had the hardest executive order.
Yes.
Some of the executive order does not make sense. How do you come out just one money just because you tell us a citizen card? It is indeed. What about my old mother who is in Bongo man in the bush that you don't able to go there to go and get a citizen card? When our brother send money from the state, how will she receive the resources? So you see, so like the chair was saying, we came here based on seeing face. Because for me, everything Joe we had done, but then if I was when I was playing, but everything Joe we had did was wrong to me.
Were you guys some of the persons who were against flying private jets around here?
Yes,
Exactly.
It's happening now. What can you say?
Unfortunately for our own private jet owner, President Bwaka, I want to retire more.
So you see,
You don't. For me, what I hate is that you don't come into power with deception.
yes.
Okay.
Because when you come into power with deception, you will definitely not succeed. You said to us, President Bwaka was traveling all over, whole time he's traveling. Me, President, we are was traveling. He's traveling. Today, in less than a year and a half, President Bwaka has traveled almost in half of those countries around the world.
Okay.
No result.
He has been to China. He has been to Italy.
You mean no result?
no result. A country like Liberia is better than.
Well, actually, we been whole day yellow machine. Since last day we discussing yellow machine.
But the vice president just traveled.
The vice president is in China.
Okay.
I listened to him. If I was watching the whole activities with Vavle Kamara from ELBC,
Sure.
he was coming on an arrangement again for yellow
Yellow
machine.
machine.
What kind of arrangement? You have brought samples of the machine. People telling us that this machine will soon be here.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
you going back for another arrangement? That's deception. They were lying. They were using propaganda to get rid of the CDC. I'm not a citizen. I'm not speaking as a citizen. I'm not speaking that because maybe somebody will say, oh, this guy has been paid. That comment might be there or whatever. But we don't care. We are speaking.
Where are some of the areas you campaign for this unity party?
If you visit the
People want to know because people are saying you are pay agents, you are this, you are
I
that.
supported Unity Party through John Smith.
Okay.
Because he was also a contestant of the Unity Party.
Okay.
In District 3.
All right.
And as
A representative candidate. All right.
And in fact, he was one of those young persons that were giving us deceptions that motivated us to support the Unity Party.
Was he fooling you?
Big fool.
Big one.
You mean Dr. Smith,
I am
John
saying
Solonte Smith?
John Solonte Smith Jr. Because he told us also, because these are deception, right?
What were assurances he gave you?
One was, gentlemen, we all here will get job when President Bwaka wins.
He promised you that.
Oh.
Ministry will promise to all.
Gentlemen, the superintendent office, almost 90% of the young people will be employed because we're going to use our influence.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we have proximity with President Bwaka. When we knock those, it will be open. Those were deceptions that took us to the unity.
I don't know,
party.
2 years and a half now.
Of course,
2 years and a half.
Has he knocked any of the doors?
He
You know what? Then you have a photo with President Bwaka.
He himself.
He said he does not
I
what?
have a photo with President Bwaka.
And
A photo with President Bwaka.
disappointing.
Are you telling me that John Smith does not have a photo?
We don't want
Yes,
to
we
get
don't
in that
want to
proximity
save
and
to-
We don't want to drag the debate to that.
Okay.
There will come a time for that debate. But honestly, let me appreciate the citizen government
Okay.
over the years.
You are a unity partisan.
I'm a university,
Yeah.
and in fact, I serve as a secretary general to
So
Dr.
John
Smith.
through the unity
Okay.
To the unity party in division number 3.
Okay.
You understand it? Now, see what have happened. Few things are great the citizen government for.
Okay.
When they were in power,
Mm-hmm.
of course, they stress hand to my Gibby.
All right.
job creation.
To job creation.
Mhm.
Former president, George, we are opening a hand. He gave my Gibby Kante a whole ministry.
Okay. Which ministry?
Education.
All
You
right.
have Dao Ansosoni. You have Gabriel Washington. You have Temon Nimo. You have you have Dominic Kwame. Can you imagine that? And in their offices were all my Gibby. You have Daddy Guessing. You have Daddy Guessing. Daddy Guessing told more people they like Peter Omeska Sanon. Kletu Chupa. But under the unity party led government, we are frustrated. We are frustrated to the highest degree.
Someone says you should be patient.
How long?
According to the issue of the experience, it is a Bwaka experience for the past 40 years plus. It will not take Joseph Bwaka to months to bring the experience on the table. According if I'm a fluent English speaker,
Okay.
in the past, if you and myself meet today in less than 30 seconds,
Our
you
first
understand how to
interaction
speak English.
Sure.
You know that very well. If Bwaka have been experienced very long, why would Bwaka still have government crisis? Why would Bwaka still have speaker crisis here till now?
You all are residents of Kakata.
Yeah, sure.
The rural work is going on.
Yes.
Are you not seeing it? Isn't it one of the
government is continually, we are telling you.
All right.
You listen to the representative from the public work ministry office who came here and let you know that this project was a project that was something that was passed during President Weah regime.
Mhm.
But it was because of other activity. What are some of these activities? Because when I take other activity, they might want to take it. What are some other activities? Because of focused attention to the road going to RIA, the companies to build the road were focused to that side. And even the road now built in this area, it is a road project that is built that does not have Magibian students who study engineer to the letter working there for beneficiary process. But it's still those guys that are working at white national to take our resources and carry back to the country they came from. See that?
Has this government forgotten about Magibi?
Thoroughly, completely Magibian forgetting, completely.
And
Check the party headquarters. You know that Magibian forgetting. Check the party headquarters. You know that Magibian forgetting. I lay right beside the party headquarters.
in Pradika, look at the leg of Marco Michel Wole, a permanent businessman who devoted his time to this party. Few days ago, he expressed his dissatisfaction. 2 days ago, you heard from Maserado, who turned out the number to support this government. They are disenchanted. Now, if you look at the statistics of the NEC 2023 election, the young people were in high volume. And in much were in high volume has a registration of the registered voter, meaning we have the gamble in our hand to make anybody president of this country. We take the matter of authority, place the gamble in the hand of the 40-year-old experiment, scheming, bringing all kinds of recycle politicians, bringing people who we don't even know. Today in Liberia, go to any other ministry, go to the non-agencies. Who do we know to reach out to? Let's agree that yes, indeed, the citizen government did not just implore everybody from my Gibby as a related MOE, but we know people in government, people who serve minister position at the time were Liberians, were people that you could easily reach out to, and they will hear your cry. At least by that means, we can be able to sustain ourselves to go to school. But for this government, we are disappointed. And at the end of the day, we will just be in a kind of a disappointing or disappointment era till
I follow the clock already to
2029. We are regretting the decision that we made. We are certainly regretting because there is no progress. There is no improvement. We are calling on Bwaka. Bwaka, of course, we love you. We cherish you, President Bwaka. But the interest of the Liberian people is what matters. He has breached the rule of law. The thing you say you're gonna do today, you are champion. You are the forefront.
Education, no way.
No improvement. Then you can say you want to rescue. And I think in my mind, actually, the people of the Union Party and President Boakai, they don't know. They gotta revisit what they call the rescue. Because if you say rescue, actually, I'm drowning in the ocean. You can't get me lift. That's rescue. If I'm in a critical situation at the hospital and I can't get a hospital bill, you come and provide a rescue me. But I think President Boakai is in error. He don't even know the definition of rescue, and no guys around him. They are there for themselves. Egocentrism.
One of the things you guys put forth during the election was the burned CH Renning Hospital.
Yeah.
Since you guys won, how far now?
If I am not too sure that project will be completed under this regime.
Why?
In fact, we even heard that the CH Renning will be relocated to Tatuta.
Okay.
This is
Now,
no condition.
You are looking at the environment. What necessity, what economic benefit will taking CH Renning to Tatuta bring to the people of Kakata and its surroundings? Now, you are taking CH Renning over there. Will the facilities still be available? When will this project take us? You said, President, we are okay. Without agree, President, we are did not build it, right? And you came to rescue us. Please build that place now. Where are we? The issue about CH Renning is still like this. We are aware that the senators, they have tried, and Tonukwe and rest of the other people have tried to push the case, but they cannot do it all alone. They need the help of the government. And President Boakai came and said, help. Is campaign message. Where are we today? If you go to JFK, to where even people are sleeping,
People on the floor.
caretakers, they are on the floor.
People are on the floor.
Go to government hospitals around here. Go to what the place name? Babazoon. They will tell you say go buy your own medicine. Will this thing still continue in our 21st century?
Did you also anticipate a government-run university in Maigibi? Especially Upper Maigibi.
Of course. You think that everybody will get money to be paying away going to?
So actually, you know, the thing is just a little calculation. Just do your calculation from Kakata to Fennel.
Yeah.
There are students that are interested in doing economics. There are students interested in doing public administration that I to go on the main campus. That is capital here from Kakata.
Yeah.
So the students is going to school 3 times a week and needs to pay 300 to go, 300 to come. That's just a crucial except because from your junction to go way to Monrovia might be 200 if you go there. So let's say 300 is 600 times 3. So you do the calculation where the men do not have a job. What's the market, the business out there where someone is selling now, the business process is tough. People are not buying because they do not have resources to buy to go and purchase goods. It is not working that way. All of those people have packed their wheelbarrows and have gone away, told them to sit. Nobody, you told us you're going to take people to agricultural activities. And by the way, I got you, how far we going with the egg project?
Yes.
The other question for you. How far we
No,
going with the
that's
egg
your question. That's your tell her, boy.
So these are things that we are telling you. The reality is there. The reality is there. You talk about bringing I don't know how many pieces of machine. Each country will receive. Each country will receive 19.
How far we going?
That's a waste of resources.
The question is how far we going?
How far we going with that arrangement? Like something said. How far we going? Whole day. Even if it is available, right? You can get 19 machine to my
President River G.
President River G. If the machine spoil, at the end of the day, what happens? That waste of resources. If we take that money, that use of money, in fact, the first contradiction was the first figure they brought to us was confusing. Later, they came back with another one. Today, Kun is in China on another Bukwa agreement that will not even come. Can you imagine that?
Well, I want to pose the question to you of time to the public, right? Of times back, we saw Joseph Boakai, let's say, dismissing over 1,000 plus workers.
Okay.
Where the principles of BWR were included because she refused to declare her assets.
Yeah.
Have those people declared their assets?
That's the question.
So now Joseph Boakai has brought them back.
Asset declaration.
No asset declaration. Joseph Boakai has bring them back. So this is why we are saying the experience of this old man
I think it's new shoes.
And experience is different.
Let's compare. What's the improvement in the issue about drugs in Kakata? And we know that Langotan is one of the areas where drug users live, drug sellers live, and everything about drugs is Upper Langotan. How can you compare that with the CDC government and that of today? Is there any, or are there some improvement into it? And apart from that, the issue about children selling in the street, has it improved also?
We still have young children leaving school and going to serve as breadwinner for their families.
Okay.
The only difference about this drug issue is that the DEA people taking the drugs users for on the main road to send them behind the community.
Yes.
All right.
That is, if somebody used to be sitting here to smoke, he said, "Mama, not sitting here, we'll go behind the hallway."
All right.
So no improvement.
That's the only difference.
And you may mention about children standing in the street.
Yeah,
I volunteer for youth and sports as program officer under the CDC regime. Now, the former president we are initiated a project called the A4AD project.
Yeah.
Action for Adolescent Girls. That project purposely was meant to take children out of the street. Single-handed mother, right? Now that project was designed in a way that because UNICEF and the Librarian of WIA sponsored that project.
Yeah.
That project was you bring the people from the community, particularly our girls who are born 2-3 children and feel that life is normal. So we were running that project for faces. So if we graduate for the phase, because we are doing the tailoring, the interior decoration, pastry, and all the other different things. So if we go for the first phase, because each phase of that project was going for 6 months, and that 5 years project, that money was for UNICEF. UNICEF sponsored that project, right? So if we go through the training, we'll empower you for the tailoring. For those that work for the tailoring program, when we train you, of course UNICEF will come. They make sure they give you one machine, they give you startup capital. Today, where are we under this government? And in fact, when they came to close down everything, frustratingly, actually, when the government took over the 40-year scheme experiment or making the power, the America closed down the uses.
Are you leaving the Unity Party like you're using words now on your standard barrier?
For me, my membership is suspended.
Oh,
my support
you too?
is suspended.
In fact,
For me,
I'm not a member again.
for me,
I'm not a member. You're not seeing the
for me, I will not tell you that we suspend the membership of Unity Party.
Okay.
We will stay and let them know that because you have to be in the house to talk to your daddy while he's doing maybe beating on your mother.
Okay.
Joseph Boakai, you will stay. That does not mean if election is available, we're going to take Joseph Boakai serious. No,
Okay.
it is not possible. It is not going to be. Look at me. I'm a beneficiary of Joseph
One man
Boakai.
who is always disappointed in Joseph Boakai on Facebook has just entered.
So I'm a beneficiary of Joseph Boakai Digital Transformation Program.
Okay.
The scheming program that came to Kakata till now, the commenter will come and ask them if we have received a certificate.
Okay.
A certificate of participation.
Mhm.
We were fooled that people who, because I did data analysis and survey,
All right.
we were fooled that people who will really perform in this program will be given computer, will be given phone, will be taken and be placed to other places, other job area that require students maybe having on data analysis and what have you. Till now, we are nowhere to be found. Nowhere else. Yeah, so nothing. So Joseph Iman Boakai, our thought, because the thing is it came to some of us as a surprise.
Okay.
Like the Sedition and Sekou Kalasco and other people told us before it's not bringing no experience. So now we are seeing that it's not bringing experience. We feel the surprise. We feel now it's a surprise, but real life, we say sorry to the people that we caused them the point to the library.
Well, folks, these are astute youth of this county, especially Upper Margibi, and they are leaders of this group. They are disenchanted about this president. They were all front runners of various youth programs in the country in 2023 to have this government in power. They are here today and you've listening to them. This is something that is serious to them than you who are commenting, because everyone will not feel the same way at the same time. They are disenchanted today, tomorrow it may be you or it may be another people. My name is Akoli Nanakwala Jr. Before we take leave of them, I'd like to ask this important question. What are recommendations that you ought to make today if you were to meet the president face to face?
For me,
Yeah.
if President Baka and us sitting now on the table, though he feel more big, that a common man like me can sit with him just like that.
Would you start with him before doing the election?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
The only thing is that the only thing I would tell him is that, Mr. President, you need to recalibrate.
All right.
The things you said were wrong under President Weah. You should try to improve it to the better. You told President Weah, who were all around here, every day I break. If our foreign nationals all over, trust is all over the country now. Hunger killing people everywhere we go. We young people, no job. You told us that the government of President Weah did not create job, and you were coming, so you will need job. You have to make sure that job is provided to the young people.
Okay.
So these are some of the things we're going to be recommending. To
Any other recommendation?
To the
Yes.
old experienced old man Baka.
If Baka and I sit on the table, I will let Baka know that he have abused democracy.
All right.
And as such, to move the country forward with a level of experience and other things, purported experience.
Oh wow.
To live by the principle of democracy. Now, if you don't live by the principle of democracy, President Baka, I'm telling you now, what we don't want to go to, what we don't want to see, the 14 years civil crisis in this country.
Do you think his leadership will bring that?
Yes, with the issue of the speaker, this is the only government that we are seeing two speakers. Can you imagine?
It's now one. It's now one.
Yeah, after using the brand,
after using the brand, people money, after using seven money, you take that individual out.
Okay.
You look at the issue about Cabinet Janet.
Mm-hmm.
You accuse the former president, we are about that. But today, look at what he has done. Former Senator Ben, governor, election. Can you imagine? So they all had their photocopy, and today he is the forerunner for all the things he said. So based on that, we are disappointed.
Okay.
So thank you, Akoli.
If
I'm opportune,
you can just give a recommendation and give a parting comment from you.
So if I am opportune to meet President Baka today on the table to give him a recommendation, for me, I am a kind of man. I came from a progressive background, a student struggle.
So
I tell the Baka, say, "Move, let your come back."
Oh wow.
You're not able to lead the country.
You mean that?
Because even now we give the Baka recommendation. The Baka cannot stay deliver. Actually, the people that are commenting, let it go help Comrade Jacob to improve his life. If I see Jacob, every time I leave from Monrovia and come to Kakata, I see Comrade Jacob, I feel disenchanted. Because people do not know anybody shot Jacob. If I see Jacob, I feel disenchanted about this shot Jacob. Imagine Jacob being one of the stronghold of the people here. Look how Jacob looks. So my parting comment when it comes to that, I would love to urge all youth of Liberia who took upon their time to support the United Party government to do what we are doing.
Okay.
Use your Facebook pages. Do everything possible. If possible, meet the radio station. Let Joseph Baka know what he's doing is wrong. Let him know that there's the needs to follow the rightful path for the betterment of our country. Joseph Baka is almost gone. Even if it's taking 10, 15 years from now, he will still go. It is all that going to stay when we allow Joseph Baka to support this country for us what began of us. Problem comes in our life. So that is it.
Your name again?
My name is J. Abraham Jr., but people call me Putin. So I'm Putin. I'm Vladimir Putin.
Let's hear from you shortly.
So thank you again. So to close up from my end, I would like to appreciate the MyLiberianPeople platform for the opportunity. I know in the comment section there will be a lot of insult, but as a militant, as a cadre, we are not afraid. We expect more than that.
Okay.
We are not just doing this because we're seeking government attention. Like we said earlier on, our concern is the public's interest. Joseph Baka is just an individual. We love him. That's the reason we voted him. So Joseph Baka, all we want you to do is to live by the way and principle of democracy and start bringing division in this country. Thank you.
Again, thank you.
Your name, sir?
Vamuya Sanyo, former Secretary General for Dr. Smith, number 3.
Okay.
Thank you. It was a great experience to be on this widely viewed platform.
Okay.
And I want to say to our viewers, thank you so much for viewing and thank you for following. Thank you for sharing. We are telling you that this government that we all supported in the night up to 12 will be in the street vote number one. We were all into that, but today the dividends of that is not being seen. we were lied to, we were fooled, and we are telling you sorry. But in so doing, we are going to put the feet of the government to fire to ensure that the right things are done in the interest of the Liberian people. Liberia is a common denominator for every one of us, and it is bigger than President Boakai. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Samson Kekula Lincoln III. It was a nice experience being here today.
Well, folks, that does it for the interview here. Like I've been informing you that aggrieved Unity Partisans youth in Kakata, there are many, but I told them I can only have 3 persons to avoid distractions and other things. So they've come today. You heard them. They talked about what they wanted to talk about, and these are issues that confront them, and they are informing all many Liberians, including the president, Ambassador Joseph Human Boaka, to take heed of some of these issues so that Liberia can be better. This is My Liberia. My name is Akoli Nanakbala Jr. Have yourself a pleasant time. Bye-bye.